show on 92.5 The Bear. If you missed the show, you can check us out on YouTube at 92.5 The Bear KBRE. Today's topic, we're going to start off with Junior Seau. Junior Seau, if you guys aren't familiar, he was an NFL linebacker for the Patriots and the San Diego Chargers. Committed suicide about, I want to say, close to a year ago now. It was a self-inflicted bullet wound to the chest so that they could use his brain to study for concussions. A couple days ago, maybe even yesterday, Junior Seau's family has decided that they're going to sue the NFL and Riddell, which is the helmet-making company, over the concussions leading to his suicide. What are your thoughts on this?
It's not really their fault because don't they say on the thing it can cause death or suicide or something like that, right?
Yes. On the helmets itself, it says there's risks of injury and death, and it even parents, ever since Pop Warner football, they've been having to fill out information, contracts saying that, yes, I know my kid could be injured or killed in this sport. This is a dangerous sport.
I don't think NFL players, they look over the contract for the Riddell. I don't think they look it over. They're like, okay, whatever, let's say it's a contract. Okay, I'm not going to read it over. They just sign it.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. They have to sign it, or else they don't play it.
Yeah, but
they don't think that it's dangerous to, play football, run at each other, 300-pound men running at each other.
Well, they should know that
100
that
times
they're going to get a concussion sooner or later.
Yeah, 10% of all NFL athletes get concussions at some point in their career, and it can lead to a lower life expectancy and other habits like overgrown heart and just a ton of brain disorders. I really don't think it's the NFL's fault that he committed suicide. I mean,
you can't blame that on
the NFL, it shouldn't be held responsible. I mean, the sport is getting weaker and weaker with all these new rules. It's starting to turn into like not a manly sport anymore.
Yeah.
With all these rules, they've already tried their best to, keep concussions out of the game, but they're always going to be there. I don't think that suing them will do anything. I think it's actually kind of selfish of Junior Seau's family to do that. Just because, they're not going to bring back Junior Seau by suing the NFL. They're just greedy and they're going to get money out of it.
I think it makes it worse.
Yeah, I
don't think Junior Seau would be like, he would be saying that like, don't sue the NFL for something that they didn't have nothing in it. It wasn't their fault. It was my fault. I knew I shouldn't.
Yeah, and he's not there to answer those type of questions like, oh, well, I knew there were risks going into it. Of course there's risks going into it. Since you were a little kid that football's a dangerous sport and that you got to play at your own risk. In my opinion, I hope the judges don't pass that. They're going to get millions of dollars likely out of this case just because, it's hard to turn down that. In today's society, it's going to be really hard to decline that lawsuit, but hopefully they do. I don't think they are deserving. I do feel bad for Junior Seau and his family, but I do not think they deserve money for it. It's just one of those things. It's a really debatable topic, and I want to know what you guys think about it. You can comment on our YouTube page, 92.5 The Bear, KBRE. I'm Evan.
I'm Jihad.
And you're listening to The Intern Show on 92.5 The Bear. I'm Evan.
And I'm Jihad.
And you're listening to The Intern Show on 92.5 The Bear. We're talking about the Pro Bowl for the NFL. This year may be the last year for the NFL Pro Bowl. What do you think about that, Jihad?
They haven't. The NFL players haven't performed lately. It's starting. Yeah. I remember it used to be like after the Super Bowl, it was great, but before the Super Bowl, it's now sucky because nobody can play no more.
Yeah, everyone who's in the Super Bowl can't play, so that means 9 players are out for the NFC for the 49ers. I agree. I liked it better after the Super Bowl, but they were saying that they were getting less views after the Super Bowl than before, but the players don't seem to mind. They don't seem to care. They're just there to have a good time, which is okay, but they should still put on a show for us fans. I mean, to be not a Hall of Famer, but a Pro Bowler is a big deal. It's a big deal. It's a high achievement, and for them to not even try once they become a Pro Bowler is kind of annoying, in my opinion.
Did you watch the Pro Bowl last year?
Yeah, I did. There was a lot of scoring.
Hilarious. The way the offensive linemen and defensive linemen were playing. They weren't even running after the quarterback. It was just like...
No, there was like no blitzing. They were just standing up, just pretty much standing around. But
oh, man.
Whatever. I mean, it was a high-scoring game, and that's what the fans want to see. But
yeah, but I want to put a little bit of effort in it. You know?
At least try a little bit, especially the offensive players. I mean, Brandon Marshall last year, he got off
6 or 4 touchdowns.
Probably 3 or 4. He played for your team at that time, the Miami Dolphins.
And he was MVP of the game, I think.
Oh yeah, easily, in my opinion. Yeah, he's not going to be playing this year, though, for the Bears. He got elected to be a Pro Bowler, but he's out. I don't know if he's injured or if he just doesn't want to play. A lot of players don't even play in the Pro Bowl because they don't want to risk injury. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, it's really, now we're getting all these, like, I know Andrew Luck is now, he replaced, Tom Brady is not playing in the Super Bowl. I mean, not playing in the Pro Bowl because he said, oh, I'm hurt. You know, they list, like, stupid injuries, like, stuff like that, just, like, for them not to play in the Pro Bowl.
Speaking of stupid injuries, did you see a couple months ago Tim Duncan didn't play, and under the reasons for not participating, he put too old.
Yeah, I know, right? That's ridiculous.
So, yeah, that's all we have for the Pro Bowl. You guys can tune in and watch it this weekend. It's next week's the Super Bowl. We'll be talking about that next week. But for now, we're just going to concentrate on the NFL Pro Bowl. All right, well, you're listening to 92.5 The Bear. I'm Evan.
And I'm Jihad.
You're listening to The Intern Show. You're listening to The Intern Show on 92.5 The Bear. I'm Evan.
I'm Jihad.
And today we're going to be talking about how the Lakers continue to struggle. They've really underperformed of... Everyone thought they were going to be NBA Finals champions this year.
I didn't think that.
Well, me and you didn't think that, obviously, but,
Laker fans. Oh, man, I remember that when the trade happened for the Dwight Howard thing.
Yeah, they were like, oh.
I watched, it was on TMZ, and they were like, oh, what do you think about the Lakers acquiring Dwight Howard, trading for Andrew Bynum and stuff? I'm like, oh, man. They were like, oh, my God, that's so cool, man. We're going to dominate Steve Nash, Kobe Bryant. They were like... And I was like, I hope they just mess up this whole year, and Dwight Howard leaves. Because that would be the best thing.
Well, Dwight Howard is the coach killer of the NBA. I mean, he's got Mike Brown is a great coach. He led the Cleveland Cavaliers, whose only good player at the time was LeBron James. 66 and 16. That's a great record. The fact that, he got fired after 6 games is just a joke.
And they weren't even that, they were only like... They were like, what,
it was the first 6, it was like 6 games in the season.
Bad,
yeah, I know, that's not the end of the world.
Whoever the general manager is,
all the Lakers fans were like, oh, it's Mike Brown's fault, let's get him out of here. And then once they fired him, they're still doing bad.
I know, and they still doing bad. And I looked at the comments on ESPN. They're like, oh no, it's Mike D'Antoni's fault. It's not team chemistry. It's Mike D'Antoni. I'm like, come on, it's team chemistry. They should just trade Dwight Howard, get something out of him, because I don't think he's gonna sign back with him.
Well, yeah, that's true. They might as well.
They might as well trade him.
Yeah, I don't know where he would be well suited.
Go back to Orlando, I guess. But he should have stayed in Orlando the first time. He should have just stayed there.
I don't know about Orlando. I think he'd be better suited somewhere like, Philly or, Chicago. He'd tear it up. But I mean, they already have big guys in Chicago. They need more shooters.
Lakers should get Joakim Noah.
Yeah, they need a big man.
He's a big man. He doesn't score, but he gets those rebounds.
He can score.
He can score, but he's not like the best center.
Not the best shooter,
yeah. You see his shot, but he's pretty good. He's not that bad, They should trade for him and probably like Taj Gibson or something. Like get more bench players, That could always help.
There's great players. I'm interested in this trade deadline coming up next month. The NBA looks pretty sick right now. The Warriors have beaten the Thunder and the Clippers and the Heat. Yeah, that's my team, folks. Okay. The Golden State Warriors. They're playing good ball. Anyways, the Lakers aren't doing too good. We'll see what happens at the trade deadline. I'm Evan.
And I'm Jihad.
And you're listening to 92.5 The Bear, The Intern Show. I'm Evan.
And I'm Jihad.
You're listening to The Intern Show on 92.5 The Bear. We've been talking about the NFL and the NBA, but it's time for some movie action here. We're going to be talking about the movies that are coming out this weekend at your local theater here in Merced, either at the mall or downtown. Yep. We have Parker with Jason Statham and Jennifer Lopez. I actually kind of want to see this movie. I mean, Jason Statham is a great action movie actor.
No.
And of course, the main reason
I want to see it is Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah. She hasn't been in a movie in a while, and from what I hear, she's pretty good in this movie as well. Sexy as always. Yeah. And next movie, we have Movie 43.
It's a whole
ton
list
of actors and actresses.
Let me guess who's in there. Jessica Alba. Is she in there?
I'm not sure. Probably Halle Berry, Kate Winslet,
that's just
Hugh Jackman, Naomi Watts, Uma Thurman, Anna Faris.
Gosh.
Emma Stone, Gerard Butler, and Jason Sudeikis. It looks like a silly movie.
It is.
It's probably stupid, like scary movie, but it's funny.
It reminds me of the what was that movie? It was called Valentine's Day or something like that with Ashton Kutcher and all those great. It had not Gerard Butler. I think it had Gerard Butler in that one too. It reminds me of those kind of movies, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, it looks more like a comedy. This one's gonna be R. It's actually funny. It's not like a sappy, you know, love story with a ton of cameos in it. This one's gonna have probably a lot of laughs with it. Probably very inappropriate.
Yeah.
So wouldn't recommend it for the little ones. But yeah. Anyways, another movie. This one I'm not too interested in, but I love Jeremy Renner. As you know, he's from Modesto, California. The movie is called Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters. Not really looking forward to this one. I probably won't even see it. It might be good, who knows. I actually thought the movie looked pretty cool until it said Hansel and Gretel. I was like,
any
really?
Movie that is based on a kid's book,
like a fantasy story,
like Snow White or something like that. You remember the movie came out this year, you know. I'm not gonna watch it probably. And like they're making all the kid books and all the kid movies dark now.
Yeah, and these movies are like if they took out some of the blood and stuff, made it a little more, you know, at least PG-13, and then the kids could watch it.
Can you imagine that in a kid's book? Just blood and guts everywhere, just blood everywhere.
Yeah, crazy. So all 3 movies coming out this week are R. So sorry, kids.
Yeah.
Luckily, I'm 18 now.
Oh yeah.
You're 17.
I'm still 17.
So I can still see our movies, but many of you guys are unable to. But yeah, those are the movies coming out this weekend. A lot of great movies coming out in February as well. We'll be filling you guys in every single week with that. And I'm Evan.
And I'm Jihad.
And you're listening to 92.5 The Bear, the Intern Show.